Hi, True Crime family. Welcome to our live today. Now, if you're not part of True Crime family, please make sure you subscribe and also grab your membership. It's only $1.99. That supports my channel, keeps me up and running. Hi, Robin. How are you? Hi, Latae. Hi, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about the Romeca Meeks case, okay? And we all know about it. It's a sensational story right now that is taking social media by storm. You know, that's like the main thing that a lot of people are talking about. But over here on my channel, we speak about facts and we talk about the law, right? We don't get emotionally charged and just be saying anything, okay? We look at the facts of the case and we look at the law. That's what's going to determine whether or not Holly is found guilty or not guilty. But I'm going to tell you guys what I'm thinking. I don't think that she's going to go to trial, all right? And I'm going to tell you why. I think the best bet for Holly is to take an Alford plea. Now, if some of y'all are familiar with an Alford plea, it's sort of like you're saying, well, you're not saying you're guilty, but what you're saying is the state has enough evidence to convict me. Okay? That's what the Alford plea is saying. So the Alford plea is saying that the state has enough evidence to convict me, but I'm not going to say I'm guilty, right? And that's the difference between the Alford plea and a guilty plea. She will not be taking accountability for saying that she did not, that she knows that she killed Romeca, but she's saying that she killed her in self-defense. And that's not going to go, okay? And I have actually the Illinois Criminal Code, and it is 720-ILCS 5/9-1. Now, the thing is, when I heard that Holly was being charged with first-degree murder, I was thinking, wow, they got her for premeditation, right? Because usually with first-degree murder, there has to be some sort of premeditation, right? But not in Illinois. Hi, Angela. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. But not in Illinois, right? What constitutes this case for first degree murder is the intent to kill, all right? Holly intended to kill Romeca. Anytime you shoot somebody 3 times, right? You shoot them once and you disable them, and then you shoot them 2 more times. She meant to kill her, and that's why she's charged with first degree murder. Now, I know that some of the Holly supporters are saying that it was self-defense because Holly actually had said that it was self-defense. Hey, Shantae, how are you? Holly was saying that it was self-defense. All right. But thank you, Robin, for renewing your membership. But according to a self-defense expert, self-defense law, okay, Holly's not going to meet that. Okay. She's not going to meet that criteria when it comes to self-defense. Okay. Now, deadly force. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, and this is all Illinois law, okay? Under the law of Illinois, because different states have different laws, okay? So when we speak on this case, we're going to reference the Illinois law. All right. Deadly force is not justified in Illinois if you could retreat safely. All right. And we have already identified that Holly could have left the situation, right? She could have left the situation safely. She could have got in her car and left. On several occasions of the same incident, she could have left when Carlos had Holly in the headlock. She could have left when she went to the car to get her gun. All right. So that's why she's not going to win in self-defense. Also, deadly force is not justified. And why am I saying deadly force? I'm saying deadly force because she killed her. Okay? That's why it's deadly force. Now, deadly force is not justified if excessive force is beyond the threat. All right. So now when we're getting into self-defense, right? You got Holly, you got Romeca. They're about the same size, okay? And this is before Holly gets the gun. There's no way Holly felt that Romeca was going to kill her, okay? Romeca was unarmed. So Holly wasn't feeling that way, all right? And see, that's why her self-defense case is not going to win if they go to trial. And like I said, I don't think they're going to go to trial. So she had to feel that Romeca was going to kill her, okay? She had to think that death was going to be imminent. Now, we do know Romeca was unarmed. Hey, Terry, thank you so much. Thanks, Shantae, for the new membership. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a real crime, true crime family. Listen, thank you. And share this. I want all of you guys to share this video. We need to build up our community, okay? We're a small community right now, but we can be bigger, all right? I'm going to read the fair use. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute and that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you, nephew. I appreciate you for always coming through and protecting us, okay? I appreciate you. Knee Deep is saying she's saying Romeca said if she get in the car she was gonna ram it, which is a lie they made up after the fact. She could have left when Los had her by the neck. Knee Deep, when did she say that? I didn't what did she go online and say this? Anisha says, this is truly good news to hear about Holly's actions and behaviors and what she should be facing. Yes. And you know what, guys? Excuse me. You know what? You have to think, right? Holly's aunt, right, has said she's backing away. We haven't heard much from Romeca's side. Listen, they could be right now in trying to figure out what plea they're going to take. The prosecution and the defense is probably talking right now, trying to, figure out if they're going to offer a plea. And if they offer the plea, the defense is going to say whether or not they want to take it. So they're probably in talks. That's why we're not hearing much, guys. They're probably in talks and they're going to, I'm telling you, I think that she's going to take a plea and it's going to be an Alford plea. All right. And the thing is that Holly lawyer, right, who's Ari Williams, she's a smart lawyer. She's actually was recognized as a rising star amongst lawyers. Now, she does not have much background in going to trial as far as with felony cases, but she does advertise herself as that type of lawyer that fights felony criminal cases. She does advertise herself as that. And she also represented, it didn't go to trial, right? But she represented a 14-year-old boy who shot and killed a man that had attacked his mother. Because he was actually charged. They had arrested him. But she was able to get all those charges dropped, right? But she has never taken a case like this to trial. Now, I did read with some of her background that she was like she like precepted with public defenders and stuff like that, just to get her feet wet. But she has her own law firm, okay? And like I said, she advertised for felony criminal cases and she advertised that she's aggressive. Now, she is also a social media lawyer, all right, guys? So this right here is getting her, a lot of promo, you know what I'm saying? But, she's a smart girl. She definitely knows that this case cannot go to trial and win. Knee Deep says Holly lawyer is a plea lawyer as far as I have read. Right, right. You can't, listen, I could not find a case that she has taken to trial. right? And I try to look at her wins and losses. She doesn't have enough background. She does not have that track record yet. Okay, not saying that she's not a good lawyer, but she does not have that track record. So, like I said, I feel that when we get to December 23rd, we're going to hear a plea. Okay. And either she accepts it or she pleads the Alford plea. And I think it's in her best interest to take a plea because Holly is facing the minimum amount of years she's facing is 45 years. Okay. First degree murder already says 20 years. Okay. And like I said, when I speak about the law, I'm speaking on the Illinois law. I'm not speaking about any other state, right? That's what we do over here, True Crime Family. We present facts, right? We present facts with the law. We don't get emotional over here and we don't pretend like we know stuff. Your host investigates it, okay? And I like to call myself a self-proclaimed crime analyst because that's what I do. I have been researching cases for years. And I put out a lot of cases that I have seen and investigated. I put them out on TikTok. I have came over here to YouTube from TikTok. Okay. But that boy killed that man while he was still in the act. I know, but he got arrested, honey. He got arrested and he was charged. He was facing charges. So anyway, y'all, I done lost my train of thought. Where was I? Where was I? So, um, yeah, it's gonna be in the best interest of Holly to take a plea. And matter of fact, to take this type of case to court, to trial, right? Like I said, the minimum amount of years for Holly is 45 years. And how did I come up with that? First degree in Illinois is 20 years, okay? Then they're going to add on that a person was killed. It's okay. And it add on that a person was killed with a firearm. That's going to add 25 years, okay? So if she goes to trial, she's facing 45 years to life. Okay? She don't want that. So what she's going to do now, if she does take an Alford plea, this is what it's going to do. It's going to give her a lesser sentence, and they might even take it down to a lesser charge. If she does this Alford plea, she'll get out in time to see her children graduate from high school. She's going to serve some time, guys. She's going to serve some time. There's no if and ways or buts about it. She will be serving time. So anyway, guys, I'm not going to come on here too long. I just wanted to bring this information to you guys because like I said, I want our true crime family to have, the facts of the case where we can make our own decisions. I'm not trying to sway y'all in any way. I'm just bringing y'all the facts. Now, y'all can add it together and put what you want to with it. But like I said, Holly does not meet, her actions does not meet the definition of self-defense in Illinois. Not at all. Okay? Because she had an opportunity to leave the situation, which she did not. She decided to engage in it. And once she shot her down, she had disarmed the threat. Not disarmed, she had immobilized the threat. And then she shot her 2 more times when she was down. So, and plus she had someone there who had intervened, which is Carlos, who had separated them. She could have left at any time, but she chose not to. Now, do I think that this was planned? I don't think that day was planned, but I do think that Holly had it planned to unalive Romeca. I do feel that that's why she was getting everything set up as far as trying to get a restraining order, getting her gun to carry, concealed carry license. She wanted this day, but that wasn't the day it was supposed to be. Knee Deep said, I think the lawyer needed exposure, but she will not win this one. Holly has too much against her. If they don't get her for murder, they can get her for shooting in a school zone and endangerment. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. So, y'all remember when Holly was arrested, okay? I think she was arrested that day. I'm pretty sure she spoke to the police, okay? She wasn't lawyered up. I'm pretty sure she spoke to the police. So, whatever she said that day, she better stick to what she said. So whatever she said to the police that day when she was first arrested, they're going to use that in court. Okay. That's why the judge did not give her a bond. They feel like she is not safe, that we're not safe with her out in the community. Okay. And another thing is that people mess up a lot when they commit crimes. They go to social media. They go to show social media, and see, that what made her look bad. Okay, that's what made her look even worse than what she was looking, because she did not have any disregard for a life she had taken. She did not have any regards for the family. So she had no regards that she had killed an unarmed woman, and she had no regards for family. And when they look at stuff like that, they say this lady had a disregard for life. And they don't want that type of person in our community. Also, we have to give, and I just got into the chat when it came to this case, but others that was involved with bringing exposure to this case, you have to, you guys need to pat yourselves on the back. And the family thanks you guys. I heard the mom say she appreciates all the exposure that the social media sleuths were giving to this case. So, it does work. It works. So anyway, what else, guys? I do too. She tried too hard to get yeah. Yeah, she was setting it up so that she can kill her. That's what she wanted. And she saw that that was her time, and she thought she had all her eggs in a row. She said, "Okay, I got this restraining order. I got this concealed weapons license, and now she's in my vicinity, and now I can kill her." Obviously, she didn't listen to when they was giving her that self-defense class. Because if you don't have a threat towards you, you cannot just go killing somebody. Okay? Let's say even if she had a restraining order, you still can't kill somebody that's not a threat to you. Somebody that's unarmed. If somebody was to break into your home, okay, into your home, and you come home and you see them crawling out the window, you can't shoot them. You cannot shoot them. So her lack of having empathy or sympathy towards the family, her standing up there on the phone when there is a woman that has been shot down 3 times, lying on the ground bleeding, and you're on the phone like ain't no dead person right in front of you that you killed, they look at all of that. They look at all of that. Yep, and she was bragging about Christmas, but look like her Christmas gonna be behind bars. She's gonna serve some time. Definitely gonna serve some time for what she's done. So do you guys want to add anything? Do y'all have any questions about the Alford plea and what we went over today? So when you guys go and y'all defend Romeca in other chats, y'all can give this information out, okay? We're here to teach other people because there's a lot of people that don't know. And they speaking out of emotions. Some people don't even know why they're defending you know, certain people or each side, they just want to be in something. Okay? Right. She showed no type of remorse. And that makes her look bad. It makes her look really bad. And plus, she has, oh, I forgot about those witnesses. Had the witnesses not been there, they probably would have gotten away with it. No, they wouldn't have. But thank God for those witnesses. Thank God for them. And thank God that they spoke out. And thank God that we have camera phones. Okay? And we see all that. Well, her aunt has stated Holly's not going to take a plea. When did her aunt say that? She's going to take a plea. She trust me. There, I mean that's her best interest. If she wants to see her children graduate from high school, she'll take a plea deal, definitely. Or she's gonna get out when they don't made a family and all that. So if she wants to see her children graduate from high school, she better take that plea deal. Yeah, I think they will too. I think they will too. So that person who gave her that CCL license, they better pray to God that they gave her the class. Because if not, they're gonna get their instructor license taken away. Oh, on her Facebook 2 days ago. What's her Facebook name? What's her Facebook name? I haven't been on any other family pages, but I would like to see her thoughts on the case. I would definitely like to see her thoughts on the case. And if she does take it to trial, I don't think it would be with this attorney. I don't think it would be with Ari. I think it would be with a public defender. Oh, Tamika Johnson. Okay, thank you. I never hear, you know what? I've been hearing a lot about Holly's aunt. Is there a mother or father involved in her life? Do you guys know? Only what you like says best to stay single and trust God, especially when children on board. Definitely. That's why I'm single. I'm almost, I mean, I was married before. I'm not married anymore, but I've been single for a very long time. And I feel safe being single. Lynn Ross says she's never heard of a mom and a dad. Yeah, me either. I haven't. I haven't heard either. Yeah, but you know, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation for both sides. Both women are young, and when you make an emotional decision, it can sometimes wreck your life. It's best to think. It's best to think before you start, um, before you commit an action that can ruin the rest of your life. So it's best to think instead of acting out of emotions. Only what you like said, sad Chicago since Daley was the mayor, only Texas CCL. Not sure what that means. Tamika has been advocating for Holly since this stated, and the way she speaks about her, a lot of people think her aunt is her real mom. Oh, maybe her mom passed or something like that. Maybe. Latay say don't allow emotions to get you exactly. That's why I think. I think before I think before I do. Okay? Because remember, every action has a consequence, whether it's good or bad. So we have to remember that, and I teach that to my children. You have to really think before you out here doing shit. And like mama used to say, trouble easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of. And that rings very true still today. What was weird is her aunt sharing her OnlyFans. My aunt, Right. I would never share. First of all, if I knew any of my nieces were doing some of the things that this young lady was doing, I would try to talk them out of it. Only what you like says facts, no education for young parents raising babies. Yep. So anyway, guys, we just have to, wait until the 23rd. And if a plea deal is taken, y'all come back to this video and say, Auntie, you were right on the money. Because definitely this case is not going to trial. Not at all. And you know what? The prosecutors, they really like to not go to trial, not because they're not going to win, but because it is so much. Like it costs so much to the state to take, cases to trial. And they don't want to spend that money. So if they can get a plea deal that the family believes is reasonable, okay? Sometimes the family has to agree, so that they will do it. They will definitely do it. Thank you, everyone, for your support on today. The Bushwashers, thank you. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you so much. Latae, you just don't know how much I appreciate you. Definitely. Um, Only what you like says in Texas, children are allowed to carry weapons with no proper training. Children, I'm in Texas. We don't let the children carry weapons. Neat. What you like say, salute, Auntie. Thank you, baby. Um, Need do you say there are no winners? No, not at all. When I tell you there's nothing but losses, there are no winners in this situation. This case is a mess. I would hate to have to face my child, but yes. Yeah. And the thing is, there's a possibility that there's three siblings that came out of this situation. Taste. I tell you, I'm in Texas too. Me too, girl. I didn't know the children was running around armed. Don't y'all start me to being silly, okay? Okay, don't y'all start me. But anyway, y'all, make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all like it. I thank all of you that has come into the true crime family. And if you're not a part of the true crime family, make sure you guys subscribe. Also, grab your membership. I think the lower level is 99¢. The upper level is only $1.99. That just supports Auntie channel. Get Auntie some recording equipment and all that. But I appreciate all y'all. And y'all make sure y'all stay safe. And listen, whatever you do, think before you do something that can ruin your life. Okay? Make sure y'all do that. All right? Thank you, Robin. All right. See you guys maybe in a couple of days or so. All right. Take care. Share this video. All right. Let's get out the right information. Okay? Much love.